Hey everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome back to more adventures in Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are heading back towards Greece with a load of concrete stairs. These must not be heavy at all. We have got our man truck here. The parking brake on, is that what we got? There we go, let's get going. And this can be a long drive. It's about, what does it say, 15 hours or so? And I don't think there are, how do we get out of here, by the way? Any ferry, over on the left. Okay, there are no ferries here. We've got the manual shifter going again, so getting some practice on that. I haven't driven for a week. I'll talk a lot about those things as we get going. We're leaving Leibherr here with our heavy concrete stairs, and we need our map up here. Where are we going? A map? There we go. Fiera la derecha. Whoa, should have looked for that car. We're off to a good start. But it's nice we avoided that catastrophe very quickly there. Yeah, this is a heavy load. Let's take a look at the map where we're going. This is the only delivery I could get. I got to remember to shift here too. There we go. It was the only delivery that I could get into Greece. I've been looking and looking and looking. Every delivery was to a city that we'd already been to. So let me show you on the map here. We're going down, and the reason we're going to Greece, of course, is the event, because we have 6 deliveries. It ends February 2nd. It's now January 14th as I'm making this. So we need 9 more deliveries. Got a little over 2 weeks to do it, to Kalamata, where they make the olives, right? Kalamata olives, a long 15-hour drive. We are very short on sleep, but there is a rest area right here at a gas station. Now, there is a rest area right here on the left where that truck is. It's marked on the map, as you can see it down in the newbie, but I tried to get it to trigger, and it just wouldn't trigger. Sometimes that seems to happen in this ETS2 world where they have a sleeping area designated, and then you get there and you can't sleep. But anyway, beautiful day here. It's Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. I might do a double sleep so that we can stay driving in the air, in the daylight here. Let's get our mirrors up here too so we get going. But the weather looks so far so good. We're on the mainland in Greece. If you recall, most of the save when we've been on the mainland, the weather is fine. As soon as we go out to the islands, the weather is bad. And just a reminder, I do have the shifter that I'm using, the Logitech shifter that I've added. This is my third drive now with ETS2. Been away from the game for about a week. I'll talk about that momentarily. But let's get out on the highway here. Going left? Which way? That way, yeah. We'll get out on the highway here, and then we'll connect here. Shifting, let's go. I've got I think, actually, even with that time away, the gear shifting is starting to come back. It's definitely added a fun element to the game, though. We'll talk more about shifting. We've been talking about it as we make progress. The shifting episodes seem to be attracting a lot of attention. A lot of people interested, seemingly, in what the game's like as you add a shifter. And I'm really happy with it. But again, let's get on the highway. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Some comments to talk about too, so we'll see you in about an hour. Hopped on the highway as we head down to Greece here, and we've got our sleeping rest area up here. We could use some, well, not really. We don't really need gas, but we do need sleep, as our sleep meter is red, heading towards the Greece countryside. Let's pull off here, see if we can get some sleep, and see if we can get some gas, maybe too. Now, the sleeping area should be here. It's not a big one. Is this it? Come on, you got to give this one to us. We're red. We need the sleep area here. Aw, come on. This can't be one of the broken ones. Let me take a look at the map. We'll solve the problem. I know I'm getting tired, and I should be trying to find a place to rest. That's what I'm doing right now. Silly game. Dude, calm down. So it does say that, looking on the map, it says the sleeping area is behind it. Boy, this guy's in a hurry. Maybe it's over here? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, that seems to happen every once in a while in the game, where they have these sleep areas that are designated as sleep areas, but you can't sleep in them. And that's 2 now in this, the previous one that we picked up the cargo, and right back there, it is not functioning as a sleep area. So I've disabled sleep. What I'll do is I'll go forward until the next one, which I think is at the border up ahead here. And once we get there, I'll find a sleep area there and then turn it back on and sleep. That seems a fair solution to the fact that I've tried to sleep twice. It doesn't make sense that we should crash and die because the game marks a sleep area where you can't actually sleep. So we'll be back as we get closer to the border.
Precaución, por favor, tenga en cuenta la velocidad.
That's one of the ones that the cop is right where the speed limit changes. And unless you look at the sign before you get there, you're gonna get a ticket. So we did get a ticket. That's gas. We don't need that. We just go this way, I think. Those are always a little cheesy. Alrighty, we found the parking spot here at the border, and we are sleepy. We're going to sleep. Hopefully the rain will go away too. I might do a double sleep. Yeah, we're going to double sleep, so we don't have to we don't have to drive all the way through the night. There we go. Perfect. The rain has stopped. We still have a wet windshield. Let's get back on our way here. It's kind of an adventure trying to sleep here. I've noticed another thing too when I've been driving. So when I've got the shifter going, I have the pedals just sitting on the carpet. And when I get the shifter going, I end up pushing the pedals a lot more. And pushing the clutch really kind of pushes the pedals forward. So I keep having to adjust them. So I got to figure out some way to get them to sit on the carpet better. I think there's something underneath them that I haven't had to mess around with yet, that I might need to mess around with now because I'm using the clutch a lot more. So the pedals are constantly sliding forward. So many things to fix. Gah! Always a test of true driving, right? With a clutch. Can you start on an uphill? Got it. I don't know what the truck was doing there. It just stopped. There was nothing in its way. These Greek drivers are a little challenging here. It's a challenging place to drive. Anyway, we've got a little bit over 11 hours to go. Seems like one thing's happening after another on this drive. Some drives, they just go so smooth, and some drives, like, everything goes sideways. So, can't find a place to sleep. Had to unhook the trailer to test it. Took a while to hook the trailer back up. Got a speeding ticket with the cop waiting right where the speed limit changes. Truck stopped right at the entrance ramp. Just so far. And we're only 3 hours in. Not even 3 hours into our drive. Why are we... Let's go. All right. Oh, now I'm in the wrong gear. There we go. Let's try that. And now the right gear. Okay. Now the miles are rolling under us here. We're in some Greek highway here. I don't know what it's E75 it looks like. Cutting south down through Greece. Weather's nice. Traffic's moderate. Some toll booths every once in a while, but we're pretty much just putting the miles down now, so making good time. A few things to chat about. The most recent, so it was January 1st, right? So it was 2 weeks ago was the first live stream. And then at that point in time, I thought I was going to do another one on last Saturday, the 11th. But I got hit by a very brief and intense work project that I needed to get in front of me. The good thing is that by getting ahead of that project, I think the next couple months look pretty good for making consistent content. Kind of wandering a little bit here, but one of my goals for this year, calendar year, is to be more consistent. So I had a lot of gaps with episodes last year because life kind of spun out of control at times with just work and life and things like that. The goal for 2025 is to be more consistent. And that's an odd way to start out when you feel like, okay, now there's been like a week or so gap between episodes. But by getting out in front of this project, I think it's actually going to make the next couple months look pretty good. So I was really happy about that. And that is now under control and things are looking good here. But that did mean it messed up the live stream. So the question a bunch of people are asking in comments is, when will the next live stream be? And I'm not quite sure. I had thought the 25th, but now I have a conflict on the morning of the 25th, so I can't do it then. I might do a sudden and kind of impromptu one this upcoming weekend, but if not, I think it'll be February, the week after the 25th, so first weekend in February, which I think it should work out pretty well. But yeah, it was really fun to do. I want to do another one. I want to do one in Greece as part of the event here. February 2nd is that right? I think maybe February 2nd or 1st might be one of the last days of the event, which actually would turn out pretty perfect then, because maybe we could time it for the last delivery in the event. Anyway, this is some really nice Greek countryside here. Big mountains, flatlands out here, just pushing the miles away. About 8 hours left in our delivery. And making good time now after a bumpy start there. But yeah, this is a pretty highway. I like the trees and the flowers on the side here. This is awesome. We'll keep knocking the miles down. We'll see in a little bit as we get past the halfway point. Beautiful lake off to the left here as we cut through this toll booth. Well, I think I get the toll booths down to these automatic ones. Pay it, it goes up, and I can make it through in 10th gear. It's perfect. Hit the gas, shift up, 14th gear, and then we're in 16th before I know it. Zoom, zoom. But yeah, it's a beautiful, huge. I assume it's a lake. Might be the ocean, I guess. Greece. It looks lakey though, right? Because it's surrounded by hills. Yeah, and by the way, we are exactly just a little bit over halfway, I guess. This is an easy ride now. We're making great time. And the scenery's beautiful, and the highway's beautiful, and we're loving Greece now. La Mia discovered. Off to our right. We haven't made a delivery there, so we'll be back. About 5.5 hours left in our journey. It's actually about an hour and a half left. I realized as I was driving down, I was getting really hungry. So I stopped for dinner, and I fixed the camera a little bit. It was bugging me. It was a little bit orangish and kind of weird looking. So I think this looks a little bit better than what it was before. Sometimes when the room is well lit, it messes up with the lighting of the green screen, and that messes up with the lighting on my face. So I feel like I fixed all that stuff now. A bunch of comments on a lot of different things have come in over the past week or so since the last episode. One that's relevant to this kind of cool little place we're driving through now, actually. Let's take a quick look at our external camera here. Nice little cliffs there. It's pretty cool. But one that's relevant to what we're doing right now, which is Turcaneo says, whoa, he's crashed here. If you want challenging parking, please try delivering to hotels in Greece. And I know there's an achievement for delivering to or from, or something like that, hotels in Greece. The company for the hotels is called Artemia. It's probably going to be something different in the real company's mod, but remember that at the same place it can ask you to park in different places, yes. But, so I have to try to check that out. I know there is an achievement for hotel deliveries too, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's the ultimate parking challenge here. But yeah, we're making good time now and trucking our way through Greece. Feels good to be back behind the wheel, hoping for a good run of consistent episodes as we go through January and February. I would think the next thing happening would be the Valentine's Day event, right? I mean, the Greece thing is happening now, it's still going on, but that kind of started in December. So I would think Halloween's starting, and then what's the next state? Louisiana? And will we get Norway or the top half of Scandinavia this year as well for Euro Truck Simulator 2? Potentially lots of fun times coming up. Anyway, about 4 hours and 40 minutes to go. We'll meander through southern Greece here as we head to our final destination and check in about some more comments in a couple hours. Well over 11 hours in the bank right now. Just a little bit under 3 hours left to go in our ride. And Salga a la izquierda. Okay, here we go. This way. Making good time. It's been all highway driving, so a nice fast drive once we get past those first few hours there. A couple things to chat about. I mentioned I want to get a new truck, and I mentioned there were new trucks. Thank you to people who posted and let me know what the options are. It looks like there is a Volvo that people think quite highly of, and then there's a new Iveco. And so I think what I'm going to do next is get the... Oops, we're going to sleep over here because we're going to fall asleep if we don't pull over and sleep again. I turned the fatigue simulation back on, by the way. But I want to get a new truck. And I think... I'm going to guess here, but I think that the Volvo is probably going to be one that I'm going to keep for a while. So I want to try the Iveco first and then switch to the Volvo later. So that I think is going to be the next truck. And we have 900,000 euros here. So I think I'm going to sleep. But I think I'm going to get the... Can we pull around here? Just let us sleep, please. There we go. Now we're here. Nighty-night. I'll see you when we wake up. 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we're just going to drive through this rain here. Back up. Oops, we're rolling. Don't stall. Yes. A Probably should hit the brakes first. But yes, to go back to our earlier conversation, let's get our windshield wipers on here. I want to get the... stalled. Still not... Oh, because we're in 10th gear. That would do it. 9th gear. This one. There we go. Still a work in progress with the shifting. But to go back to that conversation, I want to get the Iveco and just drive it for a little while and test it out with the thinking that I'll get that and then I'll shift to the... No. I'll shift after that. I'm going to shift out of it right into the Volvo and probably keep the Volvo for a little while until a new truck comes out. That's kind of my thinking anyway. But I might do that at the end of this episode too, or before the next one, in between episodes, probably go buy the truck then.
Precaución, por favor, tenga en cuenta la velocidad.
That's going to be expensive. What's our damage? 5%? Ooh. Yeah. I've been trying to time those toll booths. Like, how fast can I go? And the answer is, that was too fast. The idea is I want to try to reduce the speed and stay as high a gear as I can. Just as the gates go up, I slide through. I kind of had a feeling we were cutting that one too close, and now I know what too close is. 5% damage. That's probably going to cost us as much as this delivery will make, I would guess. It's a good thing we have a lot of money. I mean, we just slept and we made 50,000 euros, so it's not like it's a problem. And we learned something. And education is expensive. But yeah, that was an unfortunate miscalculation, but now I'm smarter. The other thing, I wanted to mention another comment that was up here talking about the H shifter, which is still very much a work in progress. By and large, kind of shifting through gears going up is working pretty well, but it's like the turning and the changes of speed that aren't very smooth yet. I think it's going to probably take a number of hours before it gets natural. I thought it might be easier to do, but I haven't driven a manual for so long that it's just taking longer to kind of sort it out with my head here, so that I don't have to think about it. So it's just completely automatic manual. See what I did there? But anyway, speaking of shifters, Dr. Plow says, you make me want to get the wheel and the shifter so bad now. It is definitely fun. I saw this Hori Force Feedback set I want to get for 600 clams. That's an expensive wheel. I mean, I suppose, I think this one was on sale. I posted it on the channel a little while ago for a couple $100. I think this whole thing is probably about $260. You get it on sale now, US dollars. The shifter was only, I think the shifter was 50 or something like that. See how it holds up and things. But then the wheel, I think I had to pay like, I want to guess like $250. Okay, let's see if we can do this better. The plan is slow down. Down right about this. We're gonna make this one no problem. Yeah. That might be about the best way to do it. But yeah, this whole setup was about $260. There's links down in the description if you do want to check it out. But yeah, 600. I suppose, I mean, I've seen the setups where people have the whole cockpits in their house. That's a lot more than 600 clams, I'm sure. So there's probably no upper limit on these types of things. But I am happy with the wheel. I do think if you're watching this and you don't have anything and you're driving with your keyboard and you really like the game, I think, for me, a wheel completely transformed it. The shifter is kind of like an added bonus, and it's not all that much. But the wheel changes everything. It just makes it so much more realistic and fun and engaging. Playing with the keyboard just wasn't doing it for me. All right, we've got about an hour left, and Spanish Sky is really upset with me. About time we change languages too, but I can't find the language navigation guidance anymore. The new interface. Most of the things, I like the new interface. I feel like most things are easy to find. For whatever reason, I couldn't find that. We are exiting off the highway now with our cement staircases.
Precaución. Por
I think it's the first
favor,
time I've
tenga en
delivered
cuenta la velocidad.
cement staircases in the game. It's kind of a unique
Precaución.
delivery.
Por favor, tenga en cuenta la
Concrete
velocidad.
staircases. Surprisingly, we had a lot of power for this. I thought it might be a heavier load, but it was pretty easy to manage. And Kalamata discovered. Excellent. Ooh, I bet this is a tough entry point too. Greek parking does not mess around. Challenge
Gire a la
accepted.
izquierda.
Let's see what we get here. See, that's where I'm struggling. 10th, 12th. No, I don't want that. I want this. 4th. 4th is good. All right. This doesn't... I mean, it looks like we have a lot of wide open spaces here. Let's see what this looks like. 90. Okay. I'm looking at the diagram here. That's all I can see at the moment. That looks super easy. It does look like it's going to be a blind back because the building's going to be in the way from the other side. Okay, Greek parking. Let's see what you got for us now. Around the corner here. Okay, yeah, so all the stuff is in the way. It's definitely a blind back, right? Because we're going to have to loop around. And, of course, they have a forklift. I think every forklift driver in Euro Truck Simulator is just like randomly parks it to make it most inconvenient for someone backing up a truck. Okay, so we definitely have to do this blind over our backside. There's no other way we can do this. We will loop around here, come back at it this way. We can get the truck all the way around here. Kind of watching, let's get our other mirror up. I think we are lined up pretty well for it now. I think that actually worked out really well. Let's take a look at the mirrors. Yeah, I don't think we could get much better for lining it up. And the question is, as the sun's coming up here in southern Greece, can we just slide this back in? Now, I haven't driven for a week. That's usually not a good sign. Pop this in to R and see if we can do this. I feel like to a certain degree, we're kind of lined up pretty well. We almost want to straighten it out now. Quickly, actually. Very quickly. Yeah, we're really got to straighten it out. We're off on our line. Got to come back around the other way. This way. And then drop it in. Like this. Oh, this way. Ah, I screwed it up. Totally messed it up. I had it too. I just I turned the wrong way. Trailer damage 2%. Okay. Well, the good thing is we should be able to straighten it out this way. Almost go straight back in. This is a long trailer too. My excuses are coming. Here they come. Now it's actually harder than it was because we're not straight. Now the fun starts. But I can do it this way. Oh, this is going to be hard. So we have to avoid this thing here too. Maybe? Oh, yeah. Second shot. Not bad. For not driving for a week, blind back. That was... I mean, it kind of generously gave it to us here, too. We are home as sun comes up in the southern Greece here. Our cement staircases successfully delivered. Not the greatest parking job, but we'll take it. How much money are they going to ding us for trailer damage? Oh, nothing. Nice. 20,000 bucks. Excellent. We have 5% cab damage, which is going to cost us money. I have to get that fixed. 7 now of the 15 events that we've got in Greece approaching the halfway mark. I'll be back in a couple days with another Greek delivery, I think. And then I should know more about streaming and other options coming up, but I'd love to hear your comments down below. I imagine most everybody that's watching this is done with the Greek event by now. I kind of feel like I'm probably one of the laggards here with that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.